What is going on, guys? This is Ronnie, and this is another great episode of the Rescue Ronnie Show, where we're bringing you some really great real estate knowledge. Now, what I want to talk to you today about is some of the things that I get asked a lot is, what is my house worth? Now, everybody wants to know that, but do you know how to figure that out? Because yes, as a realtor, I can tell you what your home is worth, but wouldn't it be easier if you could just go online and figure it out yourself? So I'm going to give you some skills in order to help you figure out what your house is worth, if it's your personal residence or if you want to buy an investment, so you have future skills in order to help yourself in the future. So stick around and check it out. All right, so we're back. As I told you, we're going to go on Zillow. We're going to figure out what your house is worth and at least show you some of the basic skills on what we look at when we're doing comps to find out what a house is worth. All right, so you're going to go on Zillow, and for the sake of this video, I have brought up a property that I have sold in the past to make this work a little bit faster and easier. Right? So this is a 3-bedroom, and you're going to want to get a piece of paper or something to jot down some notes, or you could keep this tab and go back and forth, but it's a little easier if you have it in front of you. So we want to write down the bedrooms, the bathrooms, the square footage. So we see it's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and then the city is Roseville. So no, it's a really nice price point. It did sell in 2020 for $540. It says it's worth quite a bit more, but here's some of the pertinent information that we'll want to know. Is it one house on a lot? What year it's built? So basically, we're not going to be comparing a 1977 house to a 1900 house or a 2018 house. They're just not the same building materials, and things have changed quite a bit. Now, a house in Sacramento has to have central heating and air because it gets cold in the winter and hot in the summer. So these are some things. So now if it doesn't, that's going to not be as a desirable home. So I want to keep that into account when you're comparing things apples to apples with different homes. Parking is a major issue. So we want to make sure that we jot down if there's parking or not, because that can change in different neighborhoods on how important that is, and then how big the lot is. Now, this lot, and I've done the math quite a few times, but the lot around 10,000 square feet is about a 1/4 acre, okay? And you'll come down, you'll see some of the finishes in some of these pictures. You want to compare finishes, what is done, is it updated, those type of things, what the kitchen looks like, and you'll find some of that information. So now, for sake of time, I already have this page up. So this is the general neighborhood that this property is in. So we want to make sure that we're not, so we're going to go to the map view in Zillow. You can type in the address and then exit out of it, and it'll drop in the map view, or you can just go to Roseville and it'll drop in the map view, and you'll see sold prices, neighborhoods, all that type of stuff. So I do have some boundaries set up. So we want to make sure that the comps that we have at least are 2 bedrooms, at least are 2 bathrooms, and square footage. I made sure that the square footage was within 300 to 500 square feet up or down. All right, so we also want to make sure that we're not crossing over. This is I-80 right here. We're not going to cross over I-80 because these houses over here can be completely different neighborhoods, either better or worse, right? We don't want to cross any major streets. So Sunrise and Kirby, these are all. So this box in here, we want to stay within this box. All right, so and then you can also toggle in between for sale, what's actively for sale, and what's sold. But I try to stick to what is sold because that is actual data that we can use. All right, so we'll see this house right here. So this house right here is a 2-bedroom. My computer's going a bit slow, but we can pull this house up here. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, slightly smaller. So we'll pull this house up, and you can see the square footage here, but we'll see if it wants to pull up. There it goes. yeah, some of the things that we're going to want to try and compare apples to apples. So we know that this house up here is 1780, and the other house that we were comparing it to is was about 2,000 square feet. So this was sold in 2021. So about another year over what the other house was. So it doesn't give a whole lot of pictures, but we know that, and then we want to come down to those pertinent information, right? It'd be nice to get some pictures, but we can kind of see what's going on in the area. It doesn't look like it's quite as nice of a house. It doesn't say that it has any parking. This one doesn't give us a whole lot of data. So I'd say it'd probably be best to go back and find another property to compare to. Okay, so we're going to try and find maybe a high value and a low value on what we think this could actually be worth, right? So we're going to exit out of this guy. Let's see here. So we exited out of that guy. Okay. So we're not seeing it. So we're seeing a 690. This is Salmon's right, the street right there. So this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, slightly bigger. So let's compare that. Let's see how much more. Let's see what else this has to offer. Now this was 4-bed is 2,300 square feet, a little bit bigger. It was sold in March of 2021. Now we're getting some different pictures. Okay, so this is a nicely upkept house. Let's go down to the specs, comparing apples to apples, right in the same neighborhood. Now this property, it did say it has a pool, so that's going to add some. It's right around the same lot size, 2 covered parking, same air. But it does have solar, so that adds a little bit more. This has an extra bathroom, but it looks about the same quality. So you dock off a few things for, say, I don't know, 20 grand for the pool and solar, and then the room. So I mean, you're probably looking in the 600 range, low 600s. Let's see if we can find a really good comparable that has 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and around the same square footage. That would be ideal. Now, okay, so let's see, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,800 square feet, and it's 1 street over. So now, you can see how Zillow says that they're all worth so much. So don't always go with what Zillow says and how Zillow, they can be off. Okay, so this is 3-bedroom, 2-bath, right around the same square footage. Let's get down to these facts about the property. Now, one house, 1970s, central heating and air, a little bit smaller of a yard. It did sell also in 2020. So it'd be nice if we can get something that is current. But that one was pretty good as a comparison. So get this guy off. And then let's see over here what this 3-bedroom, 3-bath, but it's right around the same. Let's see when this sold though. So they're saying, so it's got about 50 extra square feet. See, this sold in 2021, so you can see how the market has went up quite a bit. Now, this is a nice house, 2-bedroom, but I wouldn't say it's much nicer than the other property. I'm going to go down to these pertinent informations. Single family home, 1978, right in the same, a little bit smaller of a yard, but it is a bigger property, and it also has 1 extra bathroom, a half bathroom. So let's see here, but it did. So you can see the uptick of the market when it's sold. The market has increased. So you can see that it is a nicely kept house, pretty similar, except for this is 2 stories. Another one's 1 story. Some people like 2 stories, some people don't. I find it almost everybody likes 1 story. So that hits almost all demographics. So if I were to comp this property out, I would take off some, since this is sold recently, and take off a little bit for the square footage and then the half bathroom, but you're looking right around high 5s, low 6s for this property. So if you do have any other questions on a property, if you want a property comped, or if you want some help comping out a property, I'm happy to help out with that. These it's not an exact science, but you just have to take off some things and you have to add some things in order to find the right formula in order for the house. But this will give you a basic understanding of what comps are and how us as realtors look at properties. Now we don't use Zillow, we use the MLS, but it's pretty similar. So hope this helps, and I hope it adds some value for you. And as always, have the best day of your life, and adios.